Oh, that's not what I wanted. I forgot to get my villa. Well, it is what it is now. Forgot to pop. Yeah, I was feeling slow, so it obviously I didn't have the belt, the classic. Surprised it didn't die there. Okay. Hello, Lakota. Okay. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Ba- I mean, Trolls got buffed recently. It's a good spot to use your Agris coin. And I have a lot of Agris coin. I have like 7 still. If you go on Garmot, it's like top 5 to 10 grind spots as well, I think. Even without Agris coin. I mean, this hour, if I don't drop any Dissos, I'll still make like 2.4 bill or something. It's still decent. I would be like at Tungrid, though. I would be at Tungrid Ruins if Corsair could grind there. Conquered ruins are just too broken. No, you can't. The despairs don't really sell. I'm just skipping them basically. How many do I have? I have 200. Like I'm just saving the despairs for now. I'm considering that one day PA will like do something with them, you know. Then the price will go up again. I'm not in need of money anyway, so. Most of the money doesn't even come. Like the yellow things are like 300 mil, maybe. Depends on how many you get, but it's 300 mil if they sell. So most of the money comes from the trash loot. Unlike the weapon like stones and shit. Oh. No way, the Sangoon. Yes. Hello, slow. Hello, DGG. Did you know they gave me a role in Diplo Discord where I can't post any emotes. All because of Warwick. I'm very sad. Yeah. I didn't even know that role existed, not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure it was Synergy though. It's always that nerd man. He doesn't remove the bots. He jumps in like once every week to fucking show off that he has power or something, you know? Fuck him, man. I think the command has a cooldown, by the way. Oh, I got an event. Succession is easier to learn, and it's also like lower EPM. So I would recommend Succession over Awakening. Especially because they both get about the same results, so... The only reason to play Awakening is if you really like the style of the class better. Oh, is he jumping? He is. He dead. Yeah. It's pretty easy to learn for PvE. I think the hardest part on this class, usually from like seeing other people play, is the movement. Like people don't fucking have like a hard time understanding how the movement works because it's very... There's a lot of movement skills and it's not like you can cancel them midway. They kind of just move you a set distance. And to people that are not used to that, they kind of just get a bit confused by the class. Hello, Ella. Hello. I need a merc spot. Find me a merc spot. Thank you. Thanks for the follow, Sold Out. I mean, some people do Node War on Mondays, yeah. I don't remember what nodes there is. It's like Wolffields, you have which one is the goofy one near the beach? Elders Bridge, yeah. I think you also have Orcs Camp on Mondays, no? No, that's Sundays. Well, I don't know then. I think it's only those two nodes then. I mean, I do know that people know Door is just hard to find a spot because it's very little. And usually you're forced to go into the Elders Bridge node. Like most times at least. Oh well. I don't know. I still think PA kind of fucked the... Like they just giga fucked the node wars when they changed like the nodes last time. The change where they like removed the 50 and 40 man tier 5s and like put like 12 nodes on Sunday, then Monday only has like 4. Like that change was just so fucking bad, man. I don't understand what they were cooking. Well, at least I have Node War on NA. Guess I'll have to be happy with that. Oh, my weapon is gone. This is the new outfit that released like a month ago, the Rose Noir. How the fuck was I missing this guy? What? I dyed it blue and purple, pretty much. But it's like originally is like all black. Hello, ever. It's the George. What are you trying to use, man? Gonna turn around there. Yep. I don't think we need a guide for this. This spot is so like old, and the mechanics haven't changed. So I'm pretty sure there's guys out there, right? I mean, I haven't done a lot of hours here either, because it was like this was like the Shai spot, right? This was like the spot where only basically Shais came to grind, and everyone else was at X. But now I think it's the opposite. This spot is like much easier to grind than X, and I think it's also like giving better rewards right now. So people are coming here. I mean, especially with the coin. Like a coin here is really good. Especially if your class can't grind Tungred Ruins. I don't know if you need knowledge on these guys, to be honest. I don't know if you just take the knowledge from the weak version. Either way, the mechanic is easy. I can show you next pack, but like the mechanic is giga easier. And if you're like tryhard, you can do it different than what I'm doing. But I think it only works on like classes with very good AoE. Like I seen Vert doing it differently, but Sakash has like the tornadoes, so that's why. But yeah, like when the pack starts, you just go to the big fat guy and you kill the 3 guys around him. Like the first step is basically killing these 3 guys. Now this wakes up the guy, the big guy. Now he's gonna wake up. He still has a DP buff. You need to wait a bit until the DP buff goes away. But basically, you put it under 40%. Okay. He dies. Well, he pretends to die. All the trolls around him wake up and start walking to you. You go to the shaman. When you kill the shaman, all these guys are gonna get stunned. There. And meanwhile, the fat guy woke up and is walking to you. And now you just kill them, pretty much. The only difference is that, like, if you don't bring the small guys to the shaman, they have a DP buff, and that DP buff makes them like really hard to kill. Like makes them as tanky as the big guy, basically. So what I've seen some classes doing is that they don't even use the shaman; they just kill the big guy, and they AoE the small mobs even with the DP buff on them. But the one time I tried that, they didn't die. Or like they took way longer to die, I mean. Because I don't have the AoE for that. Yeah, DJ. If I have the weapon, I can always do it. I just don't because I already like... Oh, when you have the weapon, I'm already waiting for the... Okay, I got to see. Oops. When I have the weapon, I'm already waiting for the respawns anyway. And I don't want to bother like extending to a third pack because I'm lazy. Yeah, like I was watching Verts And he kind of just, on Sakash, he kind of just summons the tornadoes and the guys die pretty fast, even with the DP buff. So it's definitely doable on some classes, even without the weapon. If I was like competitive grinding, you know, trying to get like the best result ever, I would do it, but like, who the fuck competitive grinds, right? That sounds like the most nerd shit ever. But this guy didn't die here. There we go. DJ Fufu is being mean to me. He didn't want to give me a merc spot, and then he also didn't want a sex. This is a sad day. Ba, ba, ba. Hello, Yo King. You think we're gonna do dungeon today? I don't know how much trash. I think you do like 20k trash here with Agris on coin. It's like 2 billion trash almost. It's crazy. Check. Yeah, it's worth like 100k. He's on demise. I expose my moderators. Get farm dice. Yeah, you mad, you mad. He doesn't want to retrial because he failed last time. Also, he's a slacker. He barely fucking node wars and shit, you know? What? No, he plays Guardian, man. I do want a Merc spot, yeah, George. But I'm not sure if I can trust you, you know? I knew it, man. Never trust the Romanians. I mean, with our current trial system, right, with the node war pod, it's kind of easier to pass because you don't actually need to 1v1 on a class that might not be as good. Just need to perform well on node war instead. I do like node war trials more, although I did like the 1v1s and trials and shit because it was content to like do the small scale part. I didn't really like the 1v1s, but I liked the small scale fights, like the 4v4s and shit. They were fun. Well, I think the only spot I thought I maybe had a merc spot is full, so it's completely doomed. Like all the kills that I know have node war today are full. Yeah, silly. There's a lot of people that do it like that, right? Like you fail, you get like a list of shit that you should do better, and they just give up instead. Like there's a lot of people that have that mentality, right? Also people that get mad over failing and then never try either because they're mad. I mean, yeah. Some people is ego word, others are just like they see the feedback, they think they can't like fix it, so they'll never make it in, so they give up altogether, you know, stuff like that. I don't think it's like a ego issue every time. Like I don't think that Bugcat has an ego. He just didn't think that he would pass if he tried again, so he never tried again, you know. I mean, they shouldn't be afraid to trial because just a fucking vault now. They don't need to be afraid of fucking 1v1ing a random Sorg, you know, or anything like that. There's also that silly, right? Because like there's a lot of people that apply to a guild and like they go in there thinking that already with the conception that the guild is not that good or something, and then if they do fail the trial, they're gonna get mad over it, of course. Hello, Zeritus. Oh, the fucking thrower stayed away. Ever. Nice publicity stunt, man. I mean, that's also part of it, right? That's why we also wanted like the trial lead to use the microphone and shit, like get to know him and stuff before we get him into the guild. To be honest, what happened a lot of times that they would talk in the trial and you never would hear their voice again after they got into the guild. Which was kind of funny in some cases. Yeah, Ivory is saying that because he's one of them. You hear him like once in a blue moon. People, were you on Archer back then? I mean, that's like, I would say it's like, we also 1v1 trialed a lot of Archers and shit, but we weren't expecting them to win most of the times, you know? Just wanted to know if they knew how to kite and stuff. I swear that right now, when ironically, if you put an Archer trialing for 1v1, he can just fucking kite like most of the classes for days. He already applied, silly. Yeah, and we did that to him because I remember trialing silly on his Archer. No, it was like 2 years ago. It was before the buffs even. When we weren't looking for archers, and archers wasn't like a looked for class at all. It's not because it was bad though. I feel like archer before the buffs was in like a good state for like large scale. It was just complete shit for small. And then they buffed it for AOS. It was still shit for small scale anyway after the buffs. But it then became a fucking beast in large scale instead. Classic PAL. Yeah, I mean, PA doesn't understand shit about their game. It is what it is. Like, most people would know that increasing archer protections wouldn't make him, like, good in small scale. All it did was basically make it much harder to catch on a backline. As well as they, if I remember, they increased, like, AoE size of some skills and even damage output. So that's what kind of fucked it up. That's not wrong, Ballarop. I still have fun in PvP, so I'm not gonna retire anytime soon. But archers do make me mad, because like my class can't really deal with them at all. The problem... I don't know. Like, the problem isn't archer. The problem with small scale on archer isn't like the protections or anything. It's literally that there's the other classes that need to be nerfed. You can give as many fucking protections you want to an archer, they're just gonna be run down by a Musa or by an Awakening Nova, by a Zerker running at him as well, because these classes are just too fast and they don't have like stamina issues. Oh, that one didn't die. Yeah, ever. Awakening Mega is another example, right? Of like a fucking class that just destroys archers on small scale, and because of that, PA would think, oh, we need to buff archer. No, you don't need to buff archer. You need to fucking nerf the Awakening Mega block jump. And that's what always makes me like bad at the changes, right? Is that PA doesn't look at what some classes are doing that's too strong. They instead just buff the other classes around to deal with those strong things, which makes no sense, because then the classes that don't have those strong mobility options and shit, they just get completely fucked. Hello, Alba. Real nerf bulk. Up, 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 I need a merc spot. Oh my god, man, this song. It's gonna bring me flashbacks. Uh, yeah. I also hate shield classes. That's part of the reason I rolled Corsair. The funny thing is that this class doesn't even like counter shield classes properly. Because they can just get away from you and reset their block anyway. So it is quite sad. Yeah, not right now, silly. But I mean, it's just the fact that we don't have enough of them, right? Usually, like, you want a good mix of range classes, because then when people dive your backline, they need to split their effort between multiple targets and not only like 2 or 3. That's why you want to have like a lot of range classes usually. It's so they don't get run down. But to be honest, we've been getting more. Like we've been getting more range classes. But it's still bad. And I'm pretty sure most of them are like playing Awakening Zerker or Mago actually, so it's not quite the same as having an Archer or Ranger stack. Nah, Cubic left because he's like on a work schedule right now. Oh, I got an event, I didn't even notice. Like he just wants to play a bit more casually while he has like he got promoted basically at work and wants to play casually for a few months now. Yeah. He still shows up to Node Wars and shit on Winged, but like it's different because he probably doesn't have any like he doesn't need to keep up with gear if it's needed and shit like that, you know. While it's a bit more expected here to do that. Yeah, I think right now if Dicey isn't trolling on by playing Wuza, right? We have 2 Rangers, 1 Archer, 3 or 4 Awakening Zerkers, and like 3 or 4 Suck Magus. I think that's our backline right now. I think the issue gets fixed if we get like basically like 5-6 more range classes. I wouldn't want more than that because then your frontline also kinda hurts. The problem is that we're also lacking Shais. Oh yeah, we have Suck Witches, I completely forgot that. Well, I'm not counting Soul yet, because he might mold and go back to Uza. You never know. I know you don't, DJ. You guys have too many, I would say even. Like we right now for our raid, we have for main ball, we have like 3 Shais, I think, usually. I don't think it's even usually. Usually you have like 2. It depends if Katie shows up or not that we have the 3rd. I think we have like 4 or 5 Shais in the guild for 70 people, which is like a bad ratio. You kind of want like 8 Shais for 100 or like 10. George is not forced. He just sucks at every other class, for real, for real. He's gonna get mad now. But technically, no, silly. We are basically a tanky raid without Shais. That's our comp right now. And I guess our range is mostly like more ratty classes, but still. And I swear they like say they don't have Valks, but they still have like 4 or 5 Valks in the guild, like Orca. It's just sometimes they own other classes or they don't show up, you know. And then poor Bobby is the one that's left alone, being the only Valk. I mean, I think our raid is like solid as a core right now. It's just we kind of feel, yeah. I don't feel like we. The thing is, DJ, I don't feel like we lack that much to deal with your like DR and tanky classes, but we do like that much to deal with your Shais. That's what it seemed like on the fight we had last Wednesday. And that can also be in part because the less Shais our raid has, the less Misties we also have available. And Misty is a fucking broken ass skill. Liz from his brotel. But yeah, like last Wednesday, it really felt like a lot of us were getting stuck in your Shais, and there would be like 4 Shais in the middle of our raid, and they wouldn't die because we didn't have like enough people with the accuracy to kill them. I think that's one of the reasons we weren't like winning the fight still like at all. When people kind of just ignore the Shais or they got misted and died, we could actually push through and get like convincing wipes. But otherwise, it wouldn't really work. No, Wednesday was the Balanus node ever. The capped one was on Thursday. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like on Thursday, the Shais don't have evasion. They're not gonna tank shit, right? So they don't live on our raid like rent free. So they need to play like way further back in the middle of your raid instead. Oh yeah, I saw you on Archer. And I was like, what the fuck is George cooking, man? I mean, I don't like tier 4s either. But it is what it is. The thing with tier 4s is that I feel about as tanky as on uncapped. But then I just don't have any damage. Or like my damage is like really shitty. It does promote like team play a bit more, though. and like staying together in grouped following calls. I mean, it depends, silly. There's fights that you can have fun on tier 4. I mean, if you go on Shai, I understand. But on Archer, like, you can have fun. It just won't be one-shotting people. But if you play around your guild, like, you won't be getting one-shot by the rats or anything, so there's also that. It's also one of the annoying parts of it. Like, when I get a CC on the Archer or Ranger on tier 4, they always get up. So it's like harder to bully Shank, for example, which is like one of my favorite pastimes, is like bullying Shank, you know? You don't get one shot on tier 4, not even close. I can't even one combo like an Archer alone on tier 4. Because the first of all, the only catch I'm gonna get on the Archer is the Sistral, which completely fucking fucks any combo that Corsair can do. And then even if I do get like a wave pout catch, I'm pretty sure I don't have like enough damage to quickly combo you before someone protects. Yeah, DJ, I also think so. I feel like Archer and Ranger are hard to deal with on tier 4s because you don't kill them in SA and you don't once you see them, right? But on the other hand is that you also don't get one shot by them. But it's still a range class, so it can abuse the terrain so well, and it's like permanently dishing out CCs if you don't deal with it, so it's still strong in my opinion because of that. You remember the other node we had on tier 4, the Omar Lava Cave fight? Like, the Omar Lava Cave fight was a great example of why range classes are still broken on tier 4s. You guys had the flag on that zone with all the rocks, and all the fucking archers and rangers you had were just AFK on the rocks, like blasting into us, and we couldn't deal at all with that. Because if you see the ranger, he would get up and jump to the next rock and blast again. Like, unless you one combo him with the CC, like he would always get out and just swap to a different rock and keep blasting you. That node was actually so fucking annoying because of that. I was going insane. I had such a bad score as well. Actually, was one of the few nodes I went negative on capped. Okay, we done here. Yeah, did you? It's always the same shit. A problem with like my combo is that the CC and the re-CC are both unprotected, and most of the damage is gonna be like FG. So there's no way you can do that on a main raid fight most of the time, unless you're like completely isolated on the side. So I can't assassinate the range classes anymore the moment you go on tier 4s. Hey, necrotic place is capped sometimes. But I think in general the guilds that do uncapped don't really like capped, no. And it's... what the fuck is going on with this ground? I don't think they need to remove capped, but I do think they need to remove tier 4s. And probably like tweak tier 3s to be a bit higher gear, like 640 instead of 610. Yeah. Well, it was 20k trash. That's kind of crazy.